Closed today. Now, yesterday was World Accreditation Day, and this year's theme focuses on how accreditation can support health and social care, one of the greatest challenges across the globe, especially here in South Africa. This global initiative is aimed at raising awareness for the importance of having a credible medical system that offers a high standard of service. The South African medical service is currently facing a number of issues due to the fast expanding population. There's a need for cost-effective health and social care, more medical staff and medication, as well as medical facilities of a higher standard. But the South African National Accreditation System is currently working with the Department of Health to develop an accreditation program for the certification of medical devices. Now, joining us in studio today is a senior manager at the South African National Accreditation System, Mr. Mpho Palwane. Very good morning to you, sir. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much, Ian.
Now, why is this year's focus on certifying medical devices in hospitals so important?
Well, first of all, maybe I need to explain that every year on the 9th of June, it is World Accreditation Day. And the international body for accreditation, which is ILAC, the International Laboratory Accreditation Cooperation, they decide on a theme for any particular year. Okay. For instance, last year we concentrated on the provision of energy, and so this year they've decided on health, because the health sector is very, very important, and accreditation can play a very pivotal role in that regard.
What is that role, that accreditation, that you would like to see it play in health? Is it about organization in the end?
Well, basically, accreditation is about verifying the competence of the medical facilities. For instance, if you go to a doctor and the doctor has to diagnose or to find out what is wrong with you, he will do various tests. So you would hope that those tests are done in an accredited medical laboratory, because if it is accredited, then you can rely on the results coming from that laboratory. So that is the importance of accreditation.
South Africa right now, we face unique challenges, as I think across the African continent. Right now, the thing we're dealing with is medical shortages. How can accreditation improve that aspect for all South Africans?
Well, in terms of the shortages, I'm not sure what we can do in that regard. However, when it comes to the medical, for instance, the testing of medical diseases or whatever needs to be done by the doctors, we can provide that assurance that the accredited facilities that are being used in this sector, we can rely on those results.
How do you manage staff within this? Within this scenario, how do you make sure that the best, most qualified people work in the health sector?
Thank you very much for that question. It's a very important question. Now, when we talk about technical competence, we talk about, for instance, the qualification of the people working in that facility. We talk about the processes that they have put in place to manage that laboratory, for instance. We talk about the equipment that they are using, because the equipment is very critical. You would want to make sure that that instrument that you are using is accurate.
Yeah.
So accreditation takes care of all of these things. So when you talk about technical competence, we're talking about all of those things, including the systems to which they operate.
Well, we've run out of time, unfortunately, sir. It's something that I find very interesting. I think it's part of the managing process within all sectors. But that is the senior manager at Mechanical and Physical. We're talking about SANAS, the South African National Accreditation System. Mr. Mpho Palwane, thank you very much once again for joining us.
Thank you.